remember, here at Fox, we still do journalism.
Well, Shaq is like the best athlete ever.
Yeah.
The moon had erupting volcanoes a few years ago, well, a few million years ago, however you want to put it. You know, it's not like we've been up there burning fossil fuels.
Tide goes in, tide goes out. Never a miscommunication. You can't explain that. You can explain why the tide goes in.
Tide goes in, tide goes out.
See the water.
Welcome back to Hannity and Combs. I'm Chuck Norris filling in for Sean Hannity.
By the way, are you the first person to call him the crotch bomber?
In the state of West Virginia, a new crisis has emerged: drunk raccoons.
We keep marrying other species and other ethnic.
You would let everybody get married who want to get married. You want to marry a turtle, you can.
I went to the movie this weekend with a gun, and surprise, surprise, I didn't kill anybody.
In this battle
What is the appeal of horse meat?
Chris Cillizza is his name, a pretty good political analyst over at CNN.
Here's a sample of Jay-Z's lyrics. Light N-word. I can't say the word. I know, I'm not saying the word.
I do an eclectic blend: Krav Maga, Kempo, Jiu-Jitsu.
Ouch! Ouch!
You're really going to do that with your hands?
Yeah, you're
You're
right.
not going to.
Upon further review, we're looking for a stick. No, not plastic.
What could come out
Hey, you're a machine. You're a machine. How do you stop this? Oops, I'm sorry.
That's how we stop it, Brian.
I'm sorry. Oh, my God. I do mixed martial arts 90 minutes a day.
Of course.
Hollywood pushing its anti-business message to our kids. First, it was the Muppets movie.
SpongeBob is talking a lot about global warming, and he's only looking at it from one point of view.
A year later, it was the Lorax.
Are movies like the Disney smash hit about an ice queen and her sister empowering girls by turning our men into fools and villains?
Well, now it's the Lego movie with the villain named President Business.
Forget whether Muppets are communists, doesn't matter.
We're going to talk about Obama, the left, internationalists, graft.
Dad took all the cookies around to all of the patients on the hall and gave them each cookies, even though many of them were diabetics and couldn't eat them.
Symptoms include what they're calling scromiting, an uncontrollable wave of screaming and vomiting.
Halloween is a liberal holiday because we're teaching our children to beg for something for free.
That's the problem with dressing with men and getting naked and showering with them. If one gets the flu, you all get the flu.
Just like that.
Acorn-style organizations, revolution and hidden agenda.
I'm not Jeffrey Dahmer. I didn't put bodies in the refrigerator.
Pandas, in fact, sex-crazed killing machines.
Can the Black Panther be played by a white guy?
Shannon, is there any talk of getting us a men's history museum?
O-L-I-G-A-R-H. One letter is missing.
Whoa, Jesus Christ. That's the water faucet. He has methane in the water.
Why?
Because it happens naturally. Turns out it has nothing to do with fracking.
The one that's missing is why.
A fist bump, a pound, a terrorist fist jab.
I train an hour and a half a day, 4 or 5 days a week in mixed martial arts.
I can't even run around the block without tasting blood.
The temperature basically hasn't changed much since the Ice Age.
If you're a young person and you tell someone of the opposite sex that you're a socialist, you're much more likely to get some action at the end of the evening.
Men know there are a lot of overly vindictive women.
Back to the future.
For all you kids watching at home, Santa just is white. Jesus was a white man, too.
Dark N-word, faux N-word, real N-word, rich N-word, poor N-word, house N-word, field N-word.
What are your kids really up to when they jet off to spring break? You got to be warned here. What you're about to see is beyond graphic, probably not appropriate for your kids.
9 with the
Chloe!
And that was calling shotgun.
I used a lot of cocaine in my life, and I've got good cocaine and bad cocaine. I'll guarantee you the stuff they're selling down here is bad.
Jair Bolsonaro.
Critics of Mr. Trump and others like to say that the birther idea is racist. Is it racist?
Just because people had slaves during the founding doesn't mean we were founded on slavery and white supremacy.
You know, I have a theory, and it's a theory that some people believe in, and that's the vaccination.
Boxing, street fighting, blade, knife, firearm training that I go through.
House N-word, don't F with me. I'm a field N-word with shined cutlery.
No time to meet with Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu, but the pirate got in.
If you're in the polar vortex, how are you going to stay warm? With solar panels?
I mean, goats are climbing without fingers. This is a huge story.
With the Earth rotating at 1,000 miles per hour, okay, 365 days of the year, we subject to feel climate changing a little bit.
Your president is making me get rid of my incandescent light bulbs. I got to use those toxic waste light bulbs now. If they fall, you need a friggin' hazmat suit.
Now it faces an even more profound threat. Zombie raccoons.
What's with all the hoods and the hizzy? I've raised a number of children, and that's how you deal with children. You set expectations, you set goals, and if they don't meet them, they get punished. What's wrong with doing that with Iran?
Eclectic blend Kempo, Jiu-Jitsu, and boxing, and generally situational street fighting to win very quickly. That's what I do.
Are you being serious about this interview or not?
Yeah.
I'm watching this and I'm thinking, well, I'm thinking what all of your viewers are thinking.
Which is?
What a bunch of dopes.